Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics A2. We are back after our first mission. Towns are convenient places to prepare for your adventures. Select a town and press A to see a menu of that town's facilities. First, try going to the pub, where you can undertake quests. Alright, so let's go to the pub. Can't go to the shop. We got tutorials. So you really do find work in pubs. I always pictured a pub as someplace to kick back and grab a snack. What better place? People gather to share a meal, and where there are people, there's talk. Clans pay good money for the sort of talk that leads to work. The quests I mentioned before. So if we need to make money or find something to do, the pub is the place to go. Exactly. Ah, Sid, looking for work? That's right. We have a new member in need of training. Talk to the barman, Ald. Find us a good quest. The best way to learn is to do, lad. Okay, leave it to me. So, you're Sid's new recruit. Well, if you're looking for a quest, the first thing you'll want to do is ask to see the quest roster. The roster lists all the quests on record at the pub. Once you've found a quest that catches your eye, simply pay the finder's fee and you're done. It's not enough to read the quest and go running off. If you haven't paid the fee, you'll be on a fool's errand. Now, some quests you can take as long as you please to finish. Others you'll have a set number of days to do it in. It's all there on the quest roster, so just pay close attention and you'll avoid any unpleasant surprises. That's all there is to it. Ready to have a go? Select a quest roster to see a list of available quests. Alright, there is our quest roster. We also have rumors, current quests, notices. Alright, quest roster. A paw full of feathers. It's rank 2. Days, I assume, is the days needed to finish it, and the fee is 100. What's in the woods? Wolves, that's what, and my chocobos are so put out they're molting early. Somebody rid us of these horrible howlers. Chocobo Corral Sasasha. You'll accept that quest? Yes, I will accept that quest, Lolical. That'll be 100 gil for the quest. Good luck! Drops us down to 950. I got us a quest, a paw full of feathers. They want us to chase off some wolves. Let's see, that ranch isn't far from the village. No hurry, though. There's no deadline written on the bill. Sounds like they're in a tight spot. I don't want to keep them waiting. I'll go get the others. See that you're ready before you go running off. That boy needs to get his priorities straight. At this rate, he's going to stay here forever. He's like to stay here forever. Well, that wouldn't be so bad, right? You may want to pay a visit to a shop before we leave, Ald. Okay, so that is where we're going. But first of all, let's go back to the pub, see what else we've got going on. Okay. Rumors. Loot wanted, new to the hunt, the sights of Jilland, and 2 gil to rub together. Loot wanted. Attention hunters. Traders at the bazaar seek loot both common and rare. In exchange, unique arms and armor to be made available for purchase through your local shopkeeper. Interested parties should visit their nearest shop without delay. Don't let the spoils of war go to waste. Shopkeepers Guild. Alright, new to the hunt. There's a lot for a new hunter to wrap his head around. But at the end of the day, you won't quest long before you find yourself in battle. Luckily, the more you fight, the more experience you gain, and the more abilities you learn, so you go into each battle with each new battle a little better prepared than the last. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, eh? Barman's tip. Alright, the sights of Jilland. Soaring mountains and desolate tracts of desert, you'll find all this and more in Jilland, the vast region that spans the continents of Loire and Ordalia. When planning a trip, Isn't Ordalia a deity from Dragon Pass? Whatever. When planning a trip, it's important to note that the Gilland calendar uses unique names for the months that make up the typical 240-day year. Green fire, blood fire, and rose fire are the spring months. The eastern skies glow bright in their pre-dawn light. Copper sun, gold sun, and silver sun, the summer months, are renowned for their brilliant skies. So we're near the end of summer here. Ashleaf, mistleaf, and emberleaf are the months of autumn. The turning leaves burn amber and gold in the dying light. Plum frost, black frost, and sky frost are the winter months, when fields of snow shine brilliantly beneath the clear morning sun. The sights of Gilland, excerpt. Alright, 2 gil to rub together. Gil may make the world go round, but I ain't seen much come around my way. Questing and adventuring are all well and good if you're in a clan, but where does that leave me? Thought I'd try my hand at these clan trials, since I heard they don't cost a bloke a gil. They don't cost a bloke gil. Turns out, you need bleeding clan points for them. Aye, it's a clan's world, and don't let no one tell you different. Time I found one to join, eh? Lay about seek. The voice of experience. We learn by doing. Experience is the key to growing more powerful. Everyone you bring with you onto the battlefield will gain experience for their contribution. The greater the contribution, the greater the experience gained. Barman's tip. Master of the trade. Unlike experience, everyone in your clan gains ability points whether they participate in battle or not. Ability points enable you to master the abilities imbued in equipment. Once mastered, you'll be able to use these abilities even if you switch equipment. If you've mastered all the abilities conveyed by a piece of equipment, best equip something new so those points don't go to waste. Ah, well that's handy. Abilities. You can't use any abilities until you've readied them. Even using items in the heat of battle requires preparation. Now, most abilities fall into one of 3 flavors: action, reaction, and passive. Action abilities let you act in battle. You can attack without readying any action abilities, but not much else. On the other hand, reaction abilities trigger automatically when someone else does something to you. Finally, passive abilities are always around, helping you out. Some might let you use equipment you normally wouldn't be able to, or boost the damage you deal. Choose your abilities well, and even the toughest tussles as easy as weird hair pie. Barman's tip. Alright. So we were told to prepare, so let's go to the shop. Good day. I'm afraid our selection isn't very good at the moment. Still, we might have something you'd like if you'd care to take a look. We offer all manner of arms, armor, and consumables for the ambitious hunter. Alright, so we've got dagger. No one has any dagger. Knife, one-handed. Simple, easy-to-use knife. Short sword. Though lacking in destructive power, the sword is light and easy to use. Iron blade. Sometimes it's easier to crush a helm and then cleave it. On such occasions, reach for the sword. So we've got no abilities so far. Short sword is a sword. Iron blade is a blade. Don't question it. Lightsaber is saber. That does give learn for blue mages, but we don't have a blue mage. Long sword is a knight sword, one-handed. Battle rapier is a rapier. The slender sword is favored of Viera warriors. Short spear, which is a spear, of course, and that's it for weapons, for edged weapons, I should say. For bludgeons, rod gives fire, blizzard, and thunder. White staff gives cure. On hit, remove doom. Oh. Alright. Short staff is a perfect focus for a mage's magical energies. This pure ivory staff was blessed by a white mage of the highest rank. Leather knuckles are attack up. That's a passive for berserker. Properly braided, even the supplest of materials can be made deadly. Lamia harp gives Beastmaster's dream hair and deadly nightshade. Battle mace gives sages and green mages water and sleep, respectively. So a standing harp, the song of its strings resembles that of the Lamia, and a blunt weapon, but no less effective than a sword in the right hands. Then for ranged weapons, we got short bow, simple unadorned bow. We got a composite bow, also doesn't have any abilities. Great bow, the dramatic forward curve at both ends of this medium-sized bow considerably improve its power. That's a recurve bow, not a composite bow. Composite bow can be anything. Goog Mark 29, a gun designed by the machinists of Goog. And hand cannon, a smaller cannon made for ease of carrying, which gives cannoneers potion shell and flintlocks prime. What any of those do, no idea. Bronze helms and plumed hats, no abilities. Linen cuirass, leather clothing, and hempen robe. Nothing there. Bronze shield gives shield bearer to soldiers, warriors, and fencers. We do have some of these already. And we got potions, echo herbs, antidotes, eye drops. That's it. Alright, so nothing that we really want to buy just yet. Thank you for coming. I can't help but notice you have some loot on you. If you'd like, I could put your loot up on the bazaar and see what I can get for it in return. Loot? Bazaar? Huh? Loot can be almost anything, from a rat pelt to a precious gem. Hunters and clans usually come into a fair bit of loot while questing. So that's what all that stuff we've been finding is. Meaning this lump of metal here is a piece of loot? It's a piece of loot if ever there was one. Since you seem a bit confused about all this, perhaps a more detailed explanation would help. You see, traders at the bazaar are always interested in acquiring new exotic pieces of loot. The better the loot, the better the item they'll give in return. Just tell me when you have some loot you'd like to put on the bazaar, and I'll take care of the rest. I'll add any items I can get from the bazaar to the stock of items you can purchase here in the shop. Alright, I'll give it a try. Good day, how may I help you? Alright, let's go to the bazaar. The bazaar, I should say. Alright, so bronze armor needs E-grade ranks. Handy-looking bronze armor. It needs metal and flora. Select the loot you'd like to send to the bazaar. Equipment you have the loot to trade for is marked. So we got a little light on the apprentice weapons. We got nothing else. Okay. So it tells you what the types are. Metal, bone, and flora. But it doesn't tell you what exactly you need. Alright, so, for apprentice weapons E, Gikhet lead. An extremely malleable metal, and many fine pieces are sculpted in Gikhet lead. Loot is ranked from A to E. The bazaar only accepts combinations of loot from the same rank. Alright. It's like the loot from the same rank from the different category. Alright, so we have Nepenthes that we picked up. Many are the hapless adventurers who wander aimlessly, having eaten of this herb and never knowing who they were or how they came to be this way. And Farron pollen. This purple pollen is extremely poisonous, sometimes called the dark dust. Okay, so that'll get us a broadsword. A new item is available for purchase, so that'll give first aid to soldiers and warriors and oil blade to spell blades. So it's, I guess it's a one-time thing as well. I wonder if more things will show up here later. Okay. That's all basically the same kind of thing that we know. I should have read all that, but oh well. Alright, I just wanted to buy the new thing. So, broadsword. That is new. We do have one already, but we do want another one. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to write up a summary of our discussion about the bazaar and equipment. I'll post it on the pub's rumor board so you can read it whenever you like. Not much of a rumor, really, but it might be helpful. I hope we'll see you again soon. Alright, so we got clan info. We'll take a look at that first. So we got our quest list. Quest report. So we've got a board of things. So it looks like there's a total of 400 quests. Assuming that all of this gets filled. Don't know what that is. Clan Primer. There are the rumors, notices, loot. So we got Gikhet lead. We got molting, the molted skin of a red dirt snake. Ground into a powder for concocting tinctures and the like. So it doesn't tell us what the rank is for these on here for some reason. Judge menu, clan privilege. We've got power up 1, ability up 1, speed up 1, luck 1, bonus AP 1. Slightly increases the ability points awarded for completing the quest. And the laws. Okay, so this will just show up the laws. So I'm not sure exactly what this means. Alright, unit info. Alright, so here are our current units. We, of course, have Ald the Soldier, Yazov the Black Mage, Steffi the White Mage, Abelat the Warrior, Grolius the Archer, Lind the Thief. There's a couple new races compared to the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. We can get Sikhs, and there's another new race called Gria, I think. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and give him items. Give her items, because we don't have anything else. Give everyone items. You've got Arts of War, that's fine. Thievery, items. Okay. So everyone's got... items now. Okay, passive ability, Shield Bearer, which just allows you to equip a shield, so I don't really care about that. Yeah. Alright, change equipment. So, starting out with Short Sword, which doesn't give any abilities. But we have the broadsword that we just bought. We had one already, but that's on our Banga. So this will get us first aid for our soldier. So we want that. I guess this is just 5 different items. Not sure what else could be equipped. So you got a short bow, but we can equip the long bow that we got from the previous fight. So that gives focus to archers. There we go. So I'm not sure if he can wear a plumed hat or not. He can. All right. All right. I might want to buy 2 plumed hats. Actually, more than that. You know what? Go into the shop. Good day. How may I help you? All right. So I'm not sure how to see who can equip this. Alright, let's go to the fitting room. Alright, so that's pretty expensive. We're gonna have 2 plumed hats. Already. Okay, let's go ahead and purchase the items. There we go. That'll give us some extra defense. Unit info. And then you guys can get the plumed hats on. There we go. Okay. That's good. Let's get a save. And let's check the config. That's fine. I'm going to turn that off for now. Because I don't want to see stuff that I can't equip. Alright, so a paw full of feathers. Drive off wolves harassing a corral and put the chocobo's nerves at ease. Let's go. To battle. Too bad it doesn't say, fight it out. That's really what it should say. Fight it out. A paw full of feathers. Whoa, so this is a chocobo, huh? It's way bigger than I imagined. Cool. Hey, they're kind of cute. Step too close and he'll peck your eye out. Oh, I already know all about that. What is it? Aw, puppers. Company. Here, chocobos. Stay in the hutch while we deal with these wolves. Aw, the chocobos aren't going to fight with us. So an interesting change for this game versus the original is sloped terrain, which I'm not sure how that affects height. Don't even think about touching those chocobos. Defeat all foes. Alright, fire is forbidden. Weapons and abilities that use fire are forbidden. Alright. Shouldn't be too difficult. Hey, Sid, what was that judge saying about some law just now? What do laws have to do with fighting? I was remiss in my explanations. Laws are like the rules of engagement, guidelines you must follow in combat. When an adjudged clan, that is a clan watched over by a judge, fights, it abides by laws. It is not enough to do battle. We must do battle with care to not break any law. You serious? That sounds like a pain. Yes, but not without gain. Only by keeping the letter of the law may a clan enjoy its full privileges. Not to mention the reward offered those who heed the judge's word. This is incredibly arbitrary. Why did you try picking the clan privilege this time round, Auld? Don't fret over your choice. Consider it to be a gift. First, choose which clan members will participate in battle. Then choose the privilege you will use. Okay, 1 out of 5 units. Alright, we definitely want a black mage. Definitely want a white mage. Definitely want a warrior. And let's go ahead and bring our archer along as well. There's nothing really to steal, so we are at a 5 out of 5, so there we go. Proceed with these party members? Yep. Okay, so very slightly increases the damage dealt and reduces damage received. Very slightly improves chance to hit and avoid being hit. Very slightly increases speed. That's pretty good. Very slightly increases critical hit rate and chance of an opportunity turn. And slightly increases the ability points awarded for completing the quest. I'm going to take that for now. Okay. Listen, Auld. Always obey the law when you can. But know that all is not lost when you can't. The penalties for breaking the law are not so severe. You will merely lose your clan privilege, and fallen comrades will remain so until the battle ends. The judge will abandon you if you break the law during battle, negating the effect of your clan privilege. Furthermore, KO'd units may not be revived with Phoenix Down or Raise. The judge will return when the engagement is over. If you should break the law, simply keep fighting and hope for the best. So there's no prison in this game. You do not go to jail. You just lose out on whatever bonus you've chosen. And you can't bring people back to life. Hopefully we won't have to do that anyway. Alright, Gilgard. The wolf. Half damage from Earth, it looks like. And we've got a Bacnami. So he's got Tac-Tac, and his passive is Geomancy. Members of this race are seldom seen without their distinguishing masks. What they lack in intelligence, they make up for in aggression. I feel like these enemies are from... he does have leather clothing. I do feel like these guys are in Final Fantasy XI. Okay, Tac-Tac. It's Goblin Attack. Doesn't really say what it does. Geomancy. Wait. Lowers resistance to the user's elemental attacks. Absorb goes to immune, to half, to normal, to weak. Okay. The attacks of the Bacnami pass unhindered through a foe's defense. Execute a series of quick punches. Ignores the target's armored defense. Alright. It's not ideal. Wolves stalk their prey with steel-sharp claws and slavering fangs. Attack the target with razor-sharp fangs. Okay. Doesn't really say much about what it can do. Okay, you're just gonna wait. So we've got precision, focus. Go ahead and take up position in right there. So we don't want to use fire. Let's go ahead and thunder it then. 28 damage. Excellent. Oh, there is an opening there. Didn't quite realize that. Alright, you've got first aid. That's fine. Go ahead and attack. 20 damage. There we go. Are you going to be able to get in? No, you're not. Okay. Oh, wolf is going around. Oh, rude. $39. Ow. Okay, you're gonna fangs Sid there. Just ignore the one that attacked you, alright. Body slam him. $36 damage. Where else can I move? I don't actually want to move anywhere else. I do want to go after this guy. Okay, there we go. 32. 31, but you might actually counter. I don't know. I don't see anything about countering. 16. Let's do it. HP critical. Thank you. Okay, going after my black mage. It's rude. It's kind of hoping to block the ways in, but I did that poorly. Excellent. Take out one of the puppers. And we got a succulent fruit. How that pupper had succulent fruit, I don't know. Do. Sir? No. Okay, get a cure. Turn that way. Okay, you've decided to go after Sid. That's fine with me. I mean, I'd rather not have to bring him back, but... Alright, down that guy goes. And I can do some healing on you next round. A wind stone. Okay, 28 more damage. Let's freeze you a little bit. Excellent. And this might be the kill. Oh yeah, 36. He has got 31. Down he goes. Bad pupper. Got another wind stone. That's the last we'll see of those mangy mutts. Complete. Alright, so Ald gains a level up to level 2. Steffi gains a level up to 4. Grolius gains 2 XP. Yazov gains 8 XP up to level 3. Abalat gains 2. Law bonus, we got Metal Knuckles and a Silken Robe. Nice. Let's see. I do not actually see what the law bonus is, so that might be randomized. I don't know. Today is a good day to be a chocobo. And a good day to quest. All we need do now is collect our pay. So I think you understand well enough what it is we do. You might keep an eye out for quests that promise to lead you toward home. Home, right. It's all tied up in that book with the blank pages. Figure that book out, and I'll find my way back. The magic book, yes. I wish I'd been paying more attention to the thing. I remember it was old, real old. The cover was all faded. I didn't even see what it was called. Could it be the Grimoire of the Rift? The question is, who wrote it, where, and for what reason? 3 questions, actually. Don't tell me you carry a journal around, Ald. Huh? A journal? Hey, it is a journal. I assumed it was some kind of a belt or tool pouch. You mean that's not yours? Do I look like the type to keep a journal to you? That you do not. What does someone who looks like they keep a journal look like? Huh? What is it? Has it been written in? Look at this, Sid. This journal talks about me in the library. And coming to Ivalice and getting rescued. Everything I've done is in here. Ah, so you do keep a journal. I think it keeps itself. Look, words are appearing in it right now. Ah, it's recording the fight with the wolves just now. A magic journal. Yet another surprise. You're full of them, aren't you? Yeah, I'm full of something. You think this magic journal's got something to do with that book? I'm full of love and kindness, in case you were wondering. Possibly. No, it's certain. You found your first clue. Well, that wasn't so hard. So, who would know something about a magic journal? Maybe a wizard? What if I can find a quest that'd take me to one? That's it, Sid. Let's go back to town and check out the lists at the pub. All right, quest report. A paw full of feathers. Report result success. All right, so we got 4 fresh water, 2 tiny mushrooms, 2 snake skin, and a 1050 gil reward. 100 ability points. New abilities are mastered. Teamwork and adaptability go up by 1. We got 4 clan points. All right, but it is back to town to go. Before we do that, let's get another save. And I think it is about time to wrap up the episode. When we come back next time, we'll see if we can learn anything. And I'll check the equipment to see if we have anything else worth equipping. But that will be next time. See you then, everyone.